Welcome back to This Day in Irish History. I'm your host, Raymond Welsh. Before we dive into today's story, if you'd like to explore other significant events that happened on this day in Irish history, visit thisdayirishhistory.com. The link is in the episode description. Now, let's journey back to April 24th, 1800, when the spirit of Irish rebellion echoed far from home, in one of the most unexpected corners of the British Empire, St. John's, Newfoundland. In the late 18th century, Ireland was a land simmering with revolutionary fervour. The United Irishmen, inspired by the ideals of the French and American revolutions, sought to unite Catholics, Protestants, and dissenters under the common cause of Irish republicanism. Their goal, to establish an independent Irish republic, free from British rule. The failed rebellion of 1798 had been brutally crushed, yet the embers of defiance still glowed. What few could have predicted, however, was that this flame of resistance would leap across the Atlantic and take hold among Irish soldiers, garrisoned on the cold, windswept shores of Newfoundland. At that time, Newfoundland was a remote but strategically important British colony, largely known for its cod fisheries and harsh weather. St. John's, the capital, was home to a modest but critical military presence tasked with defending the colony from French attacks and maintaining order among its mixed population of settlers, sailors, and soldiers. Among these soldiers were dozens of Irishmen, many of them conscripts or economic migrants, who carried with them not only memories of home, but also the revolutionary ideals that were sweeping Ireland. On April 24th, 1800, a group of 19 Irish soldiers stationed at Fort Townshend in St. John's attempted to put those ideals into action. Their plan was audacious: to rise up, seize control of the fort, and incite a broader rebellion. It's believed that their ultimate goal was to commandeer the garrison, rally support from other Irishmen in the colony, and potentially turn Newfoundland into a base of resistance, if not outright revolution. But the mutiny never came to fruition. British officers, tipped off before the plot could unfold, acted swiftly. The conspirators were arrested, interrogated, and court-martialed. The response was ruthless. 8 of the mutineers were sentenced to death and executed, while 5 others were transported, likely to penal colonies in Australia, a fate not uncommon for political dissidents and criminals alike in that era. While the uprising was small in scale and ultimately unsuccessful, its implications were profound. The fact that Irish soldiers, posted thousands of miles from their homeland in a frozen colonial outpost, would risk everything for a cause born in the streets of Dublin and the fields of Wexford is a testament to the extraordinary reach of the United Irishmen's message. This was not merely a localized insurrection, but part of a wider transnational movement for liberty, equality, and self-determination. Yet, like many such events that occurred far from the spotlight, the Newfoundland Mutiny has largely faded from public memory. It's rarely mentioned in the grand narratives of Irish history, overshadowed by larger and bloodier uprisings. Still, it deserves recognition, not only for its audacity, but also for what it tells us about the global dimensions of Irish nationalism. The mutiny in St. John's reminds us that Irish resistance to British rule was not confined to the island of Ireland. It was carried by emigrants, exiles, and soldiers to every corner of the empire. This small act of rebellion in a distant colony reveals a deeper truth about the Irish experience, that the struggle for freedom often extended beyond borders and across oceans. And while the mutineers of 1800 paid a heavy price, their actions form a part of the broader tapestry of Ireland's fight for sovereignty. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Ireland's rich past. Please like and subscribe, and until next time, I'm Raymond Welsh. Slán go foil.